Released July 27th by developer and publisher Handy Games, a part of the THQ family, Skydrift Infinity is an arcade-styled, fast-paced aircraft racer with a slight kart racer vibe to it. Thanks to the publisher for the review key. I don't like kart racers that much, and I haven't sat down with a racing game, period, in a while, but Skydrift Infinity made it worth my time. Let me start off with the visuals. Skydrift Infinity has a dated, old-school look to it. It actually looks like something that could run easily on a PS3, but that wasn't a deterrent. In the vein of, let's say, a game like Axiom Verge, where fans of said game would tell you how beautiful its 8 or 16-bit aesthetics are, is the same exact way I'll say Skydrift Infinity is one beautiful-looking 2 generations ago game. Yeah, I'm feeling these visuals, as dated as they come across. The audio. There isn't much to report here. The music isn't anything to write home about, but I did like that menu screen jam, real nice. The in-game music I suppose served its purpose, but hey, based on the high intensity-like nature of these races, you may never notice.
You have taken the lead.
Where voice is concerned, I only heard the announcer, which was underwhelming at best. There is an online multiplayer option as well as local, but I had no interest in either, so nothing to report here. There's a single-player campaign, but no story, which is fine. Not every game requires a story, particularly racing games. So, now that we got that out of the way, let's get to why we're here, for the single-player campaign. It starts out with a very useful tutorial. This tutorial really holds your hand throughout and sets you up pretty well for what's to come. It teaches you everything from the basic controls to the use of power-ups. While I'm not into kart racers, for one main reason, the genre seems a bit too reliant on dumb luck. And while there is some of that here, Skydrift Infinity does a much appreciated balancing act. Let's go deeper into the power-up mechanic. You have a decent little package to choose from, all pretty effective once you get used to them. You can get a machine gun, a homing missile, an electric shot, a proximity mine, and a repair tool. I may have missed one or two, but that's the gist of it. And the sweet thing about these power-ups is, you can actually power up your power-ups. Yeah, if you pick up the same power-up twice, it becomes stronger. And like most games in the genre, again, and please bear with me, I haven't played a ton of these, but like most I've played, you can stack 2 power-ups. I wish you could stack 4, but whatever. You also have boost, and you can sacrifice a power-up to get a little extra boost. This is what I mean when I say a balancing act. Handy Games saw the shortcomings of others and did good by us. Then, there are the controls. At first, I thought the inverted flight controls would be a problem. I was quickly corrected. I played through the tutorial and was taught how to sacrifice a power-up a power-up, flying knife edge, how to boost, and so on. And it got me thinking. In a frenetic experience such as this one, how am I going to pull this off effectively? But once you go through a few courses, it all comes together in one really intuitive and natural way. It just works. While going through the campaign, you'll be presented with several race modes. You'll have a power race, which seems to be your standard race style. Then a speed race, where you fly through hoops, and each hoop you fly through makes you go faster, which at first I thought would be my least favorite mode, but proved really doable after my second course. There's also a race mode called Survivor. This is your elimination styled course, where it's a game of snooze you lose, last man standing. You have your expected unlocks as you progress, like skins and new planes, and while this is appreciated, I found myself sticking to the Skyline Mark II for most part. I like the variety offered, but this one offered me the most balanced experience based on my playstyle. I also found that although you can choose between easy, normal, and hard, it's best to just play on hard. I started off on easy, as when I was done with the tutorial, I was still feeling a bit green to the experience. I was intimidated, for lack of a better word. But I saw where it was still a game of win some, lose some, regardless of the difficulty I chose. So, for the sake of better rewards and my ego, I left it on hard. Hard didn't seem so daunting after all. So far, the only thing that bothers me about Skydrift Infinity is this thing that happens when you fly outside the boundaries. The game seems to punish you for that, by basically throwing you back on track, which many times that throw sends you into a wall or something. But I'm going to go right ahead and assume this isn't a design flaw but a design choice. And on the subject of crashing, Skydrift doesn't punish you too much for crashing either. This swings both ways, but when you do crash, as you will be doing that a lot, you respawn real fast, especially in speed races, so crashing, while a problem, isn't as bad as you might think. You can still make a comeback. The same goes for getting shot down by another racer, but like I alluded to, it's a two-sided coin. You'll wish it didn't work that way for your competition. This, however, brings me back to said balancing act I mentioned earlier though. It all ultimately works in your favor, making Skydrift Infinity a palatable experience assuming you're into the genre. Skydrift Infinity is now available on Windows, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. I have no facts on this, but it may hit current gen as well. I mean, why not? It's a pretty good entry. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell icon while you're at it. Let's say I found a way to piss you off with this review though, then hey, them unsub and dislike buttons aren't just there for show. Hit them fast and hard and knife edge your ass out of here. Either way, I won't hold it against you. Our game is never over.